Yo, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video with your host Kenkukun, and today we got another Destiny 2 Trials Training video. If you're new to the channel, thanks for subscribing, thanks for checking it out, I appreciate it. If you're not new to the channel and you're still watching these videos, you haven't unsubscribed, I appreciate it. I know these videos come out sporadically, there's no set schedule, I apologize. I appreciate you guys still coming out and checking out these videos, and I hope they continue to help you going forward. With that said, if you ever want to catch me, because I put a lot of time into my live streams on Twitch, if you ever want to catch me on my live streams, there's a link in the description below to, any of the places you can find me. With that said, this video is going to talk about the Overshield, the Void Titan, the 3.0 Void Titan, which I've been running a lot last weekend and the weekend before that. I've also run plenty of Warlock, but I've been going more to the Void Titan than the Warlock. Now, I will use the Warlock here and there. If I have a good Titan on my team as my partner for trials, I will want to run the Warlock because the Warlock can do a lot of good. With that said, we're just going to cover the Void Titan and some of the things I've noticed about it. And those things will be, what can the shield do for you, for your team, and some of the ways you want to use your Titan shield. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this clip real quick, and then I'll load us into a private match. So this clip is, one of the things I'll bring up later in this video is, this clip is, some people have run Titan shields on my team, and they're like, I'm like, hey, drop a Titan shield. They're like, okay, they drop it, and they're like, wow, they're team shooting it. It doesn't land. I'm like, lay another one. It's like, they just team shoot it, right? And I'll show you an example. The wheel's halfway down. I put down a Titan shield. I make sure no one's flanking us. I look for a 1v1. Somehow I don't get that kill. The 62 turns into a 53 for the headshot. I'm not sure if like range happened. And now they're team shooting my shield. It's like, oh no, they're team shooting my shield, right? Okay, so there's no rule that says you have to put your shield in front of the enemy, right? Your Titan shield has been upgraded on the Void Titans. It does a little bit more. It's no longer a put the Titan shield down in a lane, look through it, and see the enemy, and they see you, and then you challenge them from there. There's a lot more to it, right? So let me launch us into a match real quick, and we will talk about some of the things I've noticed with the Titan shield. I can go over my build real quick. So I have 100 resilience. No matter what I put on my Titan, for the most part, I will have 100 Titan resilience. Sometimes I'll put on Saint 14 when I want to run a bubble, but it doesn't. I actually don't get 100 resilience when I'm doing that, right? Oh, I do. I can actually get 110. Okay, so I can always have 100 resilience on my Titan. Right, that's the most important thing. You must have a tier 10. When people tell me this is the highest my stats can get, you need to get it. You need to get it all the way, right? So all your mods need to be swapped to that. Well, what about my intellect? What about my grenade? No, you need 100 resilience. A good Titan shield build is a build that, look, I place my shield, I will place another shield before the shield disappears. That's how you know you have a good Titan shield build, right? And we'll let this go by. It'll only take a few seconds. But this is the build that I was introduced to. I've seen this in the past, way before Void 3.0, where Titan shields were just being placed, boom, Now, I've seen Titan shield builds where the shield is placed, like, that was right as mine was disappearing. I've seen Titan shields just plop, plop, plop out of one Titan faster than what mine was, right? So again, please bear in mind that a good Titan shield build is one that can get a Titan shield out before the last one disappears. Mine is just barely there, all right? Barely there. But I'm running double utility kickstart. There's really nothing else I would put in here for PvP that's going to make a difference. Like none of these, you can't do finishes in PvP, so none of that matters. I don't have enough for distribution for the way my stuff is done, right? Now, reduces all class ability cooldowns when using your class ability near targets. All right, I don't even know if targets means PvE or PvP, so enemy friendly, but bad me. But I know that I have enough room to put on a second utility kickstart, so I just put on a second utility kickstart. I come up to my gauntlets. I do have fastball and a grenade kickstart. right? But all of my mods except for one is resilience. If you look here, it's resilience mod, resilience mod, resilience mod, resilience mod, discipline, right? I make sure this gets to 100. When I swap around different exotics, I still have 100, right? No matter what, I try to keep it at 100 as often as possible. With that said, let's go ahead and talk about some of the things your Titan Shield does for you. Now, real quick, we'll go over what does the Titan Shield do for you. My build right now is offensive bulwark. When I have an overshield from my Titan Shield, from anyone else's shield, or, well, actually, when I have an overshield or I'm in a Ward of Dawn, a bubble, my grenade charges faster, period. All right? I also have increased melee range and damage, and melee final blows extend the duration of your overshield. So the big part of this is my grenade cools down faster. So when I have 100 resilience here, right, I'm having 100 resilience here. Now, I'm just throwing the number out there. I'm not saying that's 100% fact. But because I have this built to its max and I'm getting overshields from this, I can just... my grenade is cooling down faster because of my Titan Shield. It's building one stat, but gaining the benefit for 2 from 1. It is a 2 for 1. So it's very useful. Now, some people run controlled demolition. I can see that working, but I would recommend getting a grenade back much more faster. Even if you had 100 discipline, overclock it. Overclock that grenade, because I think it'll cool down even faster. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe 100 is the max, but if it overclocks it, overclock it. If you're not running 100 resilience and 100 discipline, I would run the offensive bulwark. Also, it frees you up if you don't want to run Synthoceps. You can get that extra melee range. I don't know which one's going to have more range. I live and breathe on Synthoceps. Even because when I don't have a overshield, if I slide into shotgun someone and they shotgun me and I lose my overshield, I lose that range. When I have Synthoceps equipped, I don't. The other aspect I'm running is the Bastion. Now cast my super to grant overshield, and this is also what gives my barricade overshield and allows it to recharge my overshield while I stand behind it. The fragments that I'm running are the Echo of Leeching. That way, every time I get a melee kill, I start my health regeneration, and I get plus 10 resilience. This is replacing the Void melee that the Titan used to have, where you would punch, get a final blow, and get an overshield off of it. I'm replacing that with this, right? Because they took that away. So this is the next best option. Also, you're getting resilience out of it. So it's actually really good for this build. Echo of Remnants, your grenades last longer no matter what they are for Void grenades. This is a staple. It should be ran on every single Void subclass. Hunter, Titan, Warlock. This should be a core fragment everyone should be running, I would, in my opinion. And then Void ability, final blows cause targets to explode. I get a little bit of intellect. I make people go boom when I can. There's not too many times where I'm making people explode from my abilities. It's literally my Titan Shield throw or my grenade. That's it, because I'm in a bubble. I'm not really doing anything else with it. So you could run something else, but I ran it just for the extra intellect, and I can make people explode here and there with a good Titan Shield throw. So about 10 minutes have passed. Let's go ahead and talk about what I can do with my shield. So first off, as you seen earlier, in that clip, they started to team shoot my shield. Now, it lasted for quite a while before they decided that they wanted to team shoot it. Some teams will team shoot it right away. Empowering Rifts, that Solar Helmet Titan, nothing and just guns, right? Like, they could do it. And I would tell my teammates, hey, lay down a shield. And they're like, well, they're team shoot it right away. Okay. Just as if you wanted to get a 1v1, and I have this in a different video on my YouTube. If you've watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. You want to force enemies to challenge you, so you stay close to cover and you force them out of cover. So we'll do it here. Let's say an enemy's on the right side of this doorway, right? For you to challenge that guy from here, you have to walk all the way over here. I can't even count. Like, the amount of times you could get team shot is up to 3, right? In trials, because there's only 3 enemies on the team. There could be a guy here, there could be a guy here, there could be a guy here. And you're looking to challenge it. So you've walked all the way. There is no cover for you to get to other than this big thing here. You know, so if I want a one-on-one, I want them to come look for me. If they're not going to come look for me, then I come look for them. And this is the peak I'm starting with this here, right? Same thing with Titan shields, all right? If I want a 1v1 and there's a guy here and a guy down here, and I'm having a hard time shooting at him like this, or let's say there's a guy here and a guy here, it's Titan shield up. You block the guy on the bottom, you back up a little bit, and you shoot the guy on the top. This works because there's stairs that make me, that walk me up so I can shoot over my shield more. I'm shooting the guy at the top. The guy at the bottom shooting my shield alone. They have to reload now. Now I'm backing up more and I'm shooting them while the other guy's healing, right? So your shield no longer has to be, oh, my Titan shield's here. They're the enemies. Let's look through it. No, because it can give you an overshield, right? And it recharges your grenade. The rules have changed with Titan shields. You don't have to necessarily put them in front of enemies for them to benefit. You can put them in walls. You can put them out of line of sight. If I want to block this here, just in case someone runs into the right because I'm on the left more, boom, I'm blocked from the right. Right? I have my radar for my left. I'm getting overshield as I engage. I'm getting grenade energy from my overshield, right? The enemy can't shoot it unless they come looking for it, right? You can put it into walls. Okay, I want to challenge someone back there or there, right? No enemies over here, right? Boom. I have a little piece peeking. I have a little piece out. That way it gives me an easier time to challenge a 1v1 from here without being shot from here. And, I have, I've now increased my options. Let me go finish that person off. Whatever. All right, the shield went the other way, but you get used to it, and it makes some plays. So now I've dissuaded people from challenging me. I've also used it over here. There's a lot of times when I have the outside spawn, I would come over here, and you want to notice these places all the time in trials. Like in any map you play, try to notice places where you can use it, especially if you have time to play elimination throughout the week. Play it, because the elimination maps are what? The trials maps, right? I put a shield to my right. It kind of, it gives me options if I want a team shot to this dude alone, right? If someone goes to the left of the middle pillar, I can shoot him there without being shot from there. Usually I try to get it out a little bit more to where the shield's a little more to the left. That way, I don't want anyone to come up on the stairs and shoot me. I also don't want them to freely team shoot it from back here, which they can see my shield if they wanted to, so... there's been times where people have came up like this weekend and they jumped up and tried to jump, like past me, and they mess up their jump, or they actually succeed. They throw a smoke over here to try and slow me down, and my Titan shield kind of eats it a little bit. And all I've done is just pull out shotgun, shoot, Synthocept. That's it. That's all I had to do. And I would kill them, and then I would drop right next to my shield, and I would start getting my overshield. I could take cover from the middle, drop another one if I had it, right? There's been times where I've died at that same play, like people have jumped over, and they've killed me, right? But with that said, I've utilized the shield into placing it in unconventional angles that's gonna not give the enemy team an easy time to kill it. Now, real quick, so this video doesn't get too long. This is like my 4th time recording it. It's ended up at like 30 minutes almost every time. Let's go ahead to one of the final things I've noticed. Another thing with Titan shields. Here's another counter I've noticed with my Titan shields. So not only keeping it protected from the enemy, right, so they can't shoot it, or putting it in places where only one enemy can shoot it, so you can focus on another one. And that's anywhere on the map. Anywhere you're standing, you got to be able to recognize those angles and put it there, right? I've also used my shoot-through shields. Now, there's been plenty of snipers and bow users, especially when there's only one on the enemy team. Let's say an enemy sniper or bow user loves to come to this door. All right, it's like, okay, they're a nuisance because the others are outside the middle and I want to shoot at them. I don't want my teammates to be shot from this person or have to feel like, well, I can't go forward because there's a bow guy to the left. It's like, all right, so they can't do anything about it. I can. I put on Titan's Ramparts. Once again, I still have 100 resilience. And, I drop my Titan's Rampart shield down. And now the bow user, they're trying to shoot me. I get to freely shoot them. And it's going to take them a couple of bow shots to get rid of this. 2 or 3. So if I make them, if I if I put my shield in and I shoot 1, 2, they take cover and I'm behind my shield, I can freely throw my shield, and that might finish them off if they're waiting to peek me again, right? Eventually, a sniper, they could shoot my shield and kill my shield, and then I just run away and wait 10 seconds for another shield. They don't get to wait 10 seconds for 2 more bullets. They have to wait for someone to die. All right, so I have done a lot more damage to that sniper than I have to the bow user. However, when they leave that lane, when they know that every time they come to that lane, I'm going to be there with a shoot-through shield, and they stop going to that lane, I have succeeded. And now I try to look for that 1v1 somewhere else. Maybe they didn't get it there. They're going to run all the way over here, but I'm going to be ready for it. I'm going to have a Titan shield ready. You know, sometimes before they engage corners, I'll throw my little throwable shield. I'll throw it over at them, or I'll throw it into those tunnels and hope I get a tag, and then as they're sliding, and then I shoot and pick them off, right? But what I want is I don't want any sniper or bow user to think they can freely go from one side to the other. I want them back with their teammates. And once I realize that they're back with their teammates, then I go back to the big shield. It's like, okay, big shield time. It's got more health, and now, you know, I may not be able to shoot through them at anyone, but I'm not worried about anyone coming from my side to shoot me. Or you could keep rocking the sight and shields. That's where you really want to make sure you get one-on-ones, because if you drop that in front of a team of 3, it's gone. It's going to be deleted. And that's it. That's all I really got. Fighting against other bubble titans, against other Void 3.0 titans, I carry vortex nades. You can carry axion bolts. I carry vortex nades. When I see a titan shield, I know what it does. It gives them overshield. It cools down their grenade. They're going to have it back fast if they have high resilience. I don't want none of that. I'm going to throw my grenade on it. I'm going to make them move. I'm going to shoot them a few times, right? And if they start doing the same thing to my shields, that's when my shields, they no longer get to look at my shields. You can't look at my shields anymore, all right? So I'm going to get the benefit of my overshield and my cooldown, right? If they want to throw a grenade at me, they may or may not hit my shield, but the grenade itself will not. One grenade from a Titan will not, one vortex grenade from a Titan will not destroy a Titan shield outright. You do have to put a few bullets into it, right? So I can still gain the benefit. With that said, that's all I got. So to recap, you know, you want 100 resilience on your Titan. You want to know when you want your Titan shield in front of the enemy, or if you want it out of line of sight, right? Again, try to think outside of the box with this. A good one for outside of the box was, I noticed that if I put a Titan shield like this and I wanted to challenge the dude up top, instead of peeking to the left because the stairs are here, I get to walk backwards. I've died plenty to snipers where I've tried to do that too, and just people with scout rifles or pulse rifles or better, you know, better shots than me. I've lost 1v1s like this, but I've also gained a lot of 1v1 victories, or at least pushed them off that angle. With that said, I am out of here. Thanks so much for watching the video. I'll come out with the Void Warlock video. I'll record that, and it'll drop in a couple of days as well. After this video has dropped, either today or tomorrow, this Void Titan video will be on YouTube. Thank you so much for the time. Let me know in the comment section below if there's any questions you have about the Void Titan build, anything that I may have missed that you would like to talk about, any exotics that you're using, anything like that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you all next time